Thunder rolls, a single lamp flickers, a shadowed figure stands at a window. Every family has secrets, but some secrets don't just shake a home. They shake an entire industry. A heartbeat sound echoes. And tonight we step inside the moment. The very second when Bai Lu opened her mouth and revealed a truth so shocking, so unexpected, that even her closest family members couldn't breathe. This is the story that changes everything. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you follow the world of C-drama celebrities, you know one golden rule. Nothing stays hidden forever. Not emotions, not past relationships, and certainly not the truth. Tonight's story is a tale of courage, heartbreak, secrecy, and a decision that Bai Lu kept locked inside her heart for years. A decision that stunned her parents, shook the internet, and sent fans from the USA, Europe, Asia, Canada, and Australia spiraling into emotional chaos. Let's begin. Bai Lu has always been known as one of the brightest stars in Chinese entertainment. Energetic, witty, effortlessly charming. Her roles in costume dramas, romance series, and historical epics have made her a global sweetheart. But behind the glamour was a quiet truth. Bai Lu guarded her personal life like a treasure chest buried in the deepest ocean. No public relationships, no linked scandals, no messy breakups. Just work, gratitude, and dedication. But fans noticed something. Something small, but impossible to ignore. A ring that vanished between photo shoots. A shy smile when asked about her ideal partner. A sudden emotional pause during a live stream when someone wrote, "Bai Lu, are you secretly in love with someone?" Her answer was playful. Her expression wasn't, and that was the first crack in the wall. The revelation took place during what was supposed to be a simple family gathering. A quiet evening, warm tea, laughs, drifting through the home. But Bai Lu arrived looking different. Not distressed, not tired, just resolved. Like someone who had made peace with a truth she could no longer keep to herself. She sat down with her parents, with her siblings, with the people who believed they knew every chapter of her life. And then, in a voice that wavered but never broke, she said, "I need to tell you something. I've been married. For longer than any of you knew." The room froze. Stunned silence. Her mother's teacup trembled. Her father leaned forward, unable to process the words. Her relatives exchanged wide, breathless looks. Because Bai Lu, their daughter, their pride, the woman they thought they knew completely, had been carrying a truth she never shared, and for a moment it felt like the entire world stopped spinning. Here is where the story takes a painfully human turn. Bai Lu didn't hide her marriage because she was ashamed. She didn't hide it because she was forced. She didn't hide it because of career pressure, although that played a part. She hid it because she had been hurt before, deeply. Every past relationship, whether rumor or reality, had been torn apart by the public eye. Every man linked to her became a headline. Every friendship became speculation. Every smile became proof. And somewhere along the way, love became something she had to protect, with everything she had. So when she met someone different, someone quiet, grounded, gentle, someone who didn't want fame, didn't want money, didn't want to ride on her spotlight, she made a choice. A bold, terrifying choice. To love privately, completely, without the world knowing. They married quietly. No wedding glamour, no press. Just two souls committing to each other in a world that constantly tried to pull them apart. And Bai Lu carried that secret with her like a fragile glass heart. Her reason? I wanted at least one part of my life to be real. Untouched. Mine. These were the words she told her family. Words that melted even the shock in the room. After the initial silence, the emotional storm began. Her mother cried, not out of anger, but out of heartbreak, feeling the weight of how long Bai Lu had been suffering in silence. A relative asked, trembling, "Why didn't you trust us?" And Bai Lu answered with raw honesty, "Because once the family knows, it spreads, not intentionally, but little by little. And once the world got hold of it, they would destroy what I was trying to protect." Her father finally spoke. Calm, steady, emotional. "You are our daughter. You do not carry storms alone." The family embraced her. Not perfectly, not immediately, but with love, fear, worry, and acceptance. It was the first time she let them into her private world, and it was the first time they realized how heavy her crown had been. Once whispers of the revelation reached the public, the internet detonated. Fans from the US, UK, Germany, France, Italy, the Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, Canada, and Australia flooded social media with shock, heartbreak, and fierce protectiveness. Comments poured in. Bai Lu deserves happiness. She kept it private because the industry is brutal. I feel sad she had to hide it, but proud she finally said it. This must have been so hard for her. If she's safe and loved, that's all that matters. But of course, there were mixed emotions. Some felt betrayed. Some questioned everything. Some wondered if they had missed clues. And then, the detectives of the fandom began re-watching interviews, vlogs, behind-the-scenes footage. Suddenly every shy smile, every ring spot, every cryptic comment became a clue in a story hiding in plain sight. And fans realized Bai Lu had been quietly telling her truth all along. We just didn't understand it. So, what does this mean for her now? Will her career crash? Will the public turn on her? Will companies panic? The answer is no. Because this revelation didn't damage her image, it strengthened it. In a world where everything is curated, filtered, staged, and manufactured, Bai Lu showed something rare. Human vulnerability, human fear, human love. She didn't reveal the identity of her partner. She didn't turn it into a PR move. She didn't manipulate the narrative. Instead, she told the truth as she lived it. Quietly, painfully, courageously. That is the truth that changes everything. Not that she married secretly, but that she finally found the strength to reveal her deepest truth, on her own terms, in her own voice. Without fear of losing the world she worked so hard to build. This isn't a scandal. This is liberation. If this emotional story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell me in the comments, do you support Bai Lu's decision to love in private? Your voice matters, and I'll be reading every word.